Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Psychonix Oscar. Yeah, that's the title of it. I guess some people just refer to it as Oscar. It was created in 1987 by Data East. And this is a platform run and gun, shoot 'em up type of game, I guess. It's called Oscar because you control this mecha named Oscar. This giant robot type suit that runs around, has kind of an interesting weapon system. It's very much like Gradius, in which when you collect power-up icons, it bumps up this little meter that you have, and it can let you select different weapons by pressing a certain button. And you can have you can have armor, you can have missiles. It's kind of interesting, but the game is too hard, and you get pushed back too far after you die, and you get your weapons taken away. It sucks. You can have higher jump. You can have grenades and missiles. You can get a certain type of power-up that is like a combination of weapon additions. And then you can also get a new type of weapon. And that final power-up window at the bottom allows your gun to completely change. And you can bump them all up to a certain degree before you can't bump them up anymore. But again, when you die, you get bumped way back in the level and you lose all your power-ups, and that really sucks. For Data East, this has very Capcom-like sounding music, as in it's very good. Kind of surprising that Data East in 1987 would have music this good, but it is very good and is definitely the highlight of this game. From what I've heard, this game had a strong influence on the later game Turrican, which was very popular for the home systems. Well, now let's get started. You just simply go as far to the right as you can before you face a boss. And I have chosen missiles. Missiles will be very helpful. They'll scoot along the ground until they find a target. But real quick, you'll want to get missiles, and you'll want to get your gun powered up. Watch out for those things that run across the floor. I don't think you can kill them. But even if you reach the boss, you don't start over at the boss. You get pushed like halfway back through the level. There will be some power-ups where you can just cause a white explosion to take out a number of enemies. That isn't the boss, although that can be very difficult without any power-ups. See, those missiles that go along the ground are very helpful. This guy here, he can be a pain in the butt. His flying weapon can travel very far. Now here's the first boss. Even for a first boss, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Dang it. Stupid bombs it chucks. It'll eventually come close to you while not chucking bombs everywhere. See, I get put back by this guy here. Just upgrade your weapon as quickly as you can. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this, and even though I can see how it got or Turrican got influenced by this game. Turrican is a good game. I hate that guy. You have to really lay into him when his back is turned, so you need to hide where he can't see you. That E icon gets your energy back, and you have little energy blocks. Yeah, you'll want to wait until he comes close and then duck and start shooting him big time. And try to avoid his bombs and his shots whenever you can. Gosh, you son of a bitch. I really frickin' hate that guy. Oh shit. We'll try it again. If you play this in MAME and put on invincibility, you have to take it off before you beat a boss and end the level. Otherwise, the game will crash. The game wouldn't entirely work right. Your jump is really, really weak in this game. So you'll need to upgrade that by collecting those capsules that'll let you upgrade. Yeah, and touching the E icon replenishes some of your energy bar. There's that first boss again. Yeah, you can duck and just shoot like crazy when he gets close. Boy, those missiles. They fly so far, I hate them. Let's kill this asshole. Just die already, okay? There we go. And you get points for your time remaining, plus energy blocks remaining. And here is level 2. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this game. You pick up those N blocks, or capsules, to bump up your power meter. And you can select one of 3 weapons for the, what does it say, PCU. Once you get to that highlighted, you can choose one of those 3 weapons there. That is a good gun. I think that is the best. Yeah, that's the best gun you have. And eventually, once you pass through the meter a couple times, you can choose to put on a suit of armor with that last block. Yeah, that guy with the big old shield is a lot easier when your weapon is way upgraded, your gun. This part is hard. Since your mecha is so bad at jumping, it's hard to scale that wall there, to jump up it. And you have to push forward and up at the same time when you jump to make those higher jumps. Otherwise you're probably not gonna make it. So it took me a minute to try to figure that out. But yeah, collecting those ends will bump up that power meter one space, and there sometimes you'll get a white explosion with some of the power-ups. I think that T minus it's bad. You don't want to collect it because it'll shit. It'll bring your time down. And if you collect just the T capsule, that'll increase your time remaining. But yeah, that guy with the shield, you need a better weapon to break down his shield. Or you need to kill him when his back is turned towards you. So if there's a way to find a hiding spot... Fuck this game. But we'll skip forward. That would have been the end of my game, but let's just skip forward so I can beat the boss here. You can continue. You'll have a timer countdown. And here's the next level. I put on invincibility from this point forward. You have to watch out. You can't... I don't think you can go down to that bottom part or you'll die. I think. There are parts where you can fall through into an abyss and die. Starting, I think, on this level. But yeah, if you die, if you pass the halfway point on a level and die, you'll go back to that halfway point. And if you've ever played the game Karnov, you'll remember that there are Ks in the game, and if you collect a certain amount of them, you get an extra life. And the Ks are in this game too. Look at that jump. I have powered up my jump. Notice how much better it is. That guy with the shield can jump up these levels here. Where is it? Jump up the wall there. Yeah, I think you have to collect 50 Ks in this game. I think it was 50 to get an extra life. And the Ks don't appear as often in this game as they did in Karnov. Or at least the NES version, they appeared a lot. Yeah, like I said, there's a certain limit to the abilities that you can get before you can't increase them anymore. And I've increased my jump as far as it'll go. Yeah, if you fall down into the abyss below, you're dead. Yeah, those really flat enemies there, they are enemies, and if you try to jump on them, you'll get hurt. Yeah, see, I basically walked off into the abyss, but it didn't, the graphics were kind of poor, and it didn't show me falling to my death. I just blew up. And now here is the boss of that level. It's good to have invincibility. But yeah, if you keep invincibility as you beat a boss, after you beat the boss in MAME, or at least the version that I played, the game will crash. So you want to take off the invincibility even before you beat the boss. Just in case. I just wanted to show you the rest of the game. Again, I think it's 50 Ks and you will get an extra life. But the Ks don't appear that often, unfortunately. Not nearly as often as they did in Karnov. Yeah, once an ability goes blank on the list at the bottom, then you can't upgrade that anymore. But the N icons will upgrade or will move you up one spot on the power-up list, and the M, I think, moves you up 2 spots, or maybe it gives you, yeah, I think it just moves you up 2 spots. Maybe it gives you missiles. I would think that it would with the letter M, but I think it just bumps you up 2 spots on the power-up list. And then there's an icon that says V. That will give you bonus points. And now here is the boss of, is this level 3? But yeah, the E icons will bump up your life meter one digit or one unit. I think there I chose to arm myself with the armor. And again, once you cycle through, I think maybe once or twice, the power-ups, then you will be able to select armor where gun used to be. And then I think if you go through one more time, yeah, there's not an abyss below here. I can fall through. I was worried at first, but if you cycle through again, then you can select, I think it's called Quick, and you can make your firepower much faster. And I think that restored your time completely. I think that was a T. But yeah, the regular icon that bumps up the power-up meter at the bottom is an N, and an M bumps it up a couple. Now that elevator that goes up and down, it sometimes flashes, and when it flashes, you will fall through it. And there it flashed. But yeah, I put on invincibility, I wanted to get through the game. I had never seen this in arcades before. I'd never even heard of it. But this was by Data East. And for Data East, the music is really quite good. I just missed getting some extra points from the B icon. And there's a flashing icon just above me. I'm not sure what it does. But I have a nice high jump now. And there will be times in the game where you definitely want to upgrade your jump. Now we have two of these guys that I faced earlier. It's just the bosses are sometimes too hard, and if you die, you get bumped all the way back to halfway through the level, and you lose your weapons. It's not fair. It's unfairly hard. But yeah, the full name of the game is Psychonix Oscar, and I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. But Oscar is the name of the mech that you're piloting. And the game is sometimes also just known as Oscar. Oh yeah, that's a good jump. Yeah, the best time to kill that guy is when his shield is not towards you. Although you can still destroy him. Ooh! And especially if you get that mass explosion icon. But yeah, if you collect the T icon, that restores your time, I believe. And if you collect a minus T icon, and there I put my armor back on. Yeah, your own armor only lasts for a short time. Yeah, if you collect the minus T icon, that'll make you lose time. Don't worry, you can fall through there. It's not an abyss. Yeah, see? I didn't even need to fight that guy up there. But yeah, the music is definitely the highlight of this game. When you see that you can't move any further in an area, and you see a big character you have to fight, that's probably the boss. You get an extra life at, might have been 20,000 and then 10,000. I don't remember after that for sure, but this game is just unfair, the way that it makes you start back halfway through the level and you get your weapons stripped from you. That just really sucks. Some of the bosses are just hard to figure out patterns for. But apparently this influenced the guys that went on to make Turrican, which was very popular for home systems, like the Amiga, or I think Commodore 64 as well. And there was a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis release. There was numerous sequels to Turrican. But look how the bosses that recycle are much easier this time around. I mean, bosses from previous levels. That's a great jump. Definitely want to upgrade the jump at times, because your mech really does not have very good jump at all to start with. And destroy those things that are dispensing those creatures. And yeah, some of those, that icon, the B, is just extra points. And some of those icons will make a nice explosion radius happen, and it can take out any enemies nearby. I really don't know what Psycho Nix is supposed to mean. Really a dumb name for a game. And Oscar, I think, is a dumb name for a mecha. Guess I gotta go this way, because here's the elevator. But yeah, when the elevator flashes, you'll fall right through it. I don't think it's ever going to be over an abyss, so don't worry about that. Just wait your chance to ride it up again. And that's not the final boss. Or is it? Yeah, it is the final boss of this level. I think there's just one more level left. But yeah, I'd never heard of this game before. But this was suggested by YouTube user Namcot Enterprises. I am taking requests, so let me know if there's a game you want me to review, and I'll work on it. I've got a bunch of requests ahead of that. To the left there was just one little single enemy. I didn't fall through that time. Usually I do when it starts flashing. I'll just touch him and blow him up because I'm invincible. Yeah, there I went right through it. See if it doesn't flash while I'm trying to ride it up. There we go. Oh, then it flashed right after I got off. Thank goodness. But yeah, after you collect both the gun and then the armor power up, then you can collect Quick, and it'll make your shots much faster. But yeah, you'll want to upgrade the jump even early on in the game because your robot has such weak verticality. Well, I go in tomorrow to see what the diagnosis is on my injured foot, whether or not I'll be able to go back to work. I should probably take just the rest of the week off, but I've never been injured quite like this before, or at least with my foot. I almost never get hurt, period. Well, this certainly wasn't my fault. Oops. Ah. Oh, there. Yeah, if you need to jump up an area, like scale up a wall full of steps, then you'll want to push up and towards the wall as you jump, and you'll steps that you didn't seem to be able to scale before, you'll be able to scale with that method. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, that would be really frustrating if that was like over an abyss or a bunch of spikes or something when it did that. We're almost to the end of the game. This next boss is the final boss. And screw you, I have invincibility. You can't hurt me, I'm the gingerbread man. Or catch me. And then that is the end of Psychonix Oscar. Well, this was created in 1987 by Data East. Very, very difficult. I mean, people that are really, really good at this, they had to study it quite a while and know that getting a jump ability is early on. Getting that increased is very important. Yeah, when you select the PCB, I think it was called, then, I mean, when you shift the highlighter over to it, then you can press right 2 more times, and you can select the second or third option of the PCB, and then press the third button to select it, like you would with any other power-up. That is Psychonix Oscar by Data East in 1987. And I guess this was an influence on the later game known as Turrican, which was popular for a number of home systems, especially the Amiga. And I've played one or more of the Turrican games. They are fun. There are a lot of power-ups and stuff, and cool things to find in that game. But I like that better than this game. This is just too frustrating, too hard at times. And when you die, you get pushed back halfway through the level and your weapons are stripped from you, which really sucks. I hope you're able to stay cool. Keep your house nice and cool, and keep your fans blowing or your AC going, because it's still pretty hot outside. But that is Psychonix Oscar by Data East in 1987. Great music for 1987 and for a Data East game. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Psychonix Oscar by Data East in 1987. I didn't put in my initials because the game wouldn't let me. It's not working right in MAME. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Psychonix Oscar by Data East in 1987. I'll catch you later with another game. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.